Hey guys, how you doing? I don't know about y'all, but I'm in a pretty good mood right now. Right? I mean, look at the title. Look at the title of this freaking live stream, and you will know why I'm in such a good mood. The Guardians are officially post-season bound. And how did we get here? I'm gonna get to that in this stream. As of course, can't forget what's going on, everybody. Crazy Dog back with another Guardians series recap, series preview live stream. Wow, these streams are wrapping up real quickly. We are entering the final 3 series of the season for the Guardians. But before I get into the next series against St. Louis, we gotta talk about what happened in this series against the Twins. Now, I knew heading into this 4-game series, the Guardians had the potential to bury the Twins, which would be hilarious considering all season the fan base that's been the loudest when it comes to we're going to win the division has been them. We've led this division pretty much wire to wire. I'd have to look and see like the first couple of weeks, but I think we've pretty much led this division wire to wire. The closest anybody got was when Kansas City tied us for the division for 1 day, when we were playing like booty juice out there. And then the team got its act together, and now we've essentially clinched this division for the most part. Like, you can essentially say the Guardians have the champagne on ice, the shirts are ordered, and if I had to assume, they're probably getting stuff ready in St. Louis, because that's where they got to go next. But anyway, starting off the series with the Twins, we had Matthew Boyd on the mound against Pablo Lopez. Of course, I tried to stream this game, but early on, it didn't go well for us. Guardians look like they didn't want it like that. They couldn't get anything going on offense. And then you had a passed ball, got past Bo Naylor. And then Matthew Boyd gave up an RBI, a 2-run single to Byron Buxton. Because, of course, made it 3-0. And then the Guardians would answer back in the bottom of the 5th with an Andres Jimenez RBI single. Got him on the board. And then Angel Martinez, bottom 7, RBI single, cut the lead to 1. And then bottom of the 8th, Kyle freaking Manzardo, who was just called up at the beginning of the month when rosters expanded, hit his 3rd home run of the year, and this one probably meant the most so far this year. 2-run shot, giving the Guardians the lead. And then just like that, Class A goes out there and does usual Class A things. Yeah. Like, essentially, at this point, when Class A goes out there, you might as well just pack your things up, because this one's pretty much over. As he got Correa to strike out, Santana grounded out, and then Royce Lewis struck out, swinging. And the Guardians take the first game of the series. Boyd, 2 2/3 innings. Wasn't fun at all for him. 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks. It was rough in the 3rd inning. And then Pablo Lopez, 6 1/3 innings, 8 hits allowed, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. So, yeah. Guardians managed to come back and win. Andrew Walters, who recently was brought up, he got his first win as a major leaguer. He's 1-0. Griffin Jacks took the loss. He's 4-5, 2.18 ERA. And Emmanuel Clase he tied Jose Mesa for franchise single season leader in saves with 46.65 ERA. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Matt Ogden? Haven't seen you in the chat in a minute. But yeah, what's going on, guys? No, I said I'm done going to a Guardians game this year, but I got to go to a playoff game. Of course, you got to go to a playoff game. You have to. You have to. It has to happen. So Guardians take game 1 of this series, which was huge. Sets the tone for the series, right? So, going into game 2, I believe we had Gavin on the mound. I gotta refresh my memory here. And you know how Gavin can be. I knew from the get-go, it's like, okay, Gavin's pitching. I'm not even touching this game. And unfortunately, the offense couldn't do much either to support Gavin, which has been a theme this year for the poor guy. The offense just does not show up for him, scoring-wise. They got 8 hits, but they couldn't score for crap. Going up against Zebby Matthews, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run allowed, 5 Ks, 1 walk and a homer for Zebby Matthews. Gavin wasn't even bad. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Wasn't even bad. Was not bad at all. But of course, offense doesn't want to score for him. The only run scored by the Guardians was a Lane Thomas homer in the bottom of the 4th. The Twins got it going first with a top of the 3rd RBI single from Matt Wallner. And then Wallner would strike again in the top of the 5th after Lane had already homered. So right after we had tied the game up, they'd take the lead right back. Matt Wallner RBI single made it 2-1. And then Willie Castro put it away with a 2-run shot in the top of the 8th. Now, did the Guardians threaten, at least? Did they have a chance to maybe win the game? Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yep. They had a chance to do some damage. Ramirez, a leadoff double. Naylor struck out. Lane Thomas walked. They bring in Griffin Jacks. Fry strikes out. Sure. By the way, they called up Miles Straw. Yeah. So Miles Straw is back with the Major League roster. And they actually pinch hit Fry for Straw. Fry for Straw. Oh, man. And then Brennan RBI. I almost said RBI. I wish it would have been. Brennan single. So, yeah, bases loaded for Bo Naylor. And in typical Naylor fashion, first pitch ground out ends the game. So, yeah, there's another Guardian tease for you. And the sad part was, you would have had Rocchio on deck, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. But if you could have gotten it to the top of the order, we could have been cooking for sure. So Cole Sands got the win, 9-1, 2.82 ERA. Gavin took the loss. He's 3-10 with a 5.12 ERA. And then Jax got his 9th save with a 2.16 ERA. So it's like the Guardians lost by 1 or by 3 runs. And they were like, all right, you know what? It's time to rip these losers' hearts out. Because yesterday, I was planning on streaming the game, had it scheduled. Unfortunately, though, I actually went to the store and I came back a little late. Thought I would have had time, but things be happening. And I was like, I can't stream in the middle of a game. I can't do it. Ruin the vibe. Not to mention, I wanted to see how they would do. And, well, started off interesting to put it like that, right? Yesterday, Tanner Bybee on the mound. He's been up and down as a pitcher this year. He's had his great and bad-ish moments. And yeah, safe to say this was an interesting game. Carlos Correa scored on a fielder's choice, thanks to a fielding error by Brian Rocchio, of course. Made it 1-0. And then Josh Naylor decided to go Barry Bonds and hit his first homer of the game. Keep that in mind. Bottom of the second against Bailey O'Burr, who I call him Mr. Changeup because that dude literally spams changeups. First pitch, Josh sees, hits it out of the yard. That's a Naylor thing, man. They love to jump on that first pitch, especially Josh. So he ties the game up. Correa comes up top 5, 2-1 lead with an RBI single. Bottom 7, Josh Naylor up at the plate again. This at-bat was hilarious because for some reason, Bailey O'Burr decided, you know what? I'm going to throw this dude nothing but like mid 80 mile per hour changeups. Nothing but changeups. And Josh Naylor's like, are you going to throw nothing but changeups? You sure about that, bro? Well, I'm going to make you regret that decision. As he would hit a 391 foot, 106 mile per hour piss missile to right field to tie the game up again. Really made him regret that decision. Then we get to the 10th, right? Because, of course, extra innings are so much fun. Hunter Gaddis comes in and he gave up, well, first off, I think he hit a batter and then he walked somebody or whatever. And first off, they tried to get the runner at second. Let me go through this whole inning here, because a lot of crap happened. But Gaddis, he's trying to be Houdini out here, right? He's trying to be Houdini. So a single by Royce Lewis, because they thought, all right, let's try and get the runner at second. Fail. They hit Willie Castro. So just like that, bases are loaded. Nobody out. Warner strikes out. Correa 2-run single on a broken bat line drive. And then Carlos Santana, double play. So you're down 2. And you got the teeth, I guess, of your order, somewhat. Manzardo, Jimenez, and Brennan due up. Oh, no, it's Noel originally. Well, no. Yeah, Manzardo, Jimenez, and Noel originally due up. They would pinch hit Brennan for Noel. But Manzardo would single. Jimenez would draw a walk. 4-pitch walk. They wanted nothing to do with him. They put Henriquez on the mound. They wanted nothing to do with him, so they walked him. And by the way, on that single, a run scored for Manzardo. So that's big. 4-3. Tying run now at second, and Miles Straw. Go-ahead run is at first, and Andres Jimenez. They bring in Will Brennan, who singles, scoring Straw. Jimenez goes to third. Tie game. Bo Naylor at the dish. Legacy at bat for the kid. Strikes out. But Brian Rocchio comes up against Michael Tonkin, who I believe was a Yankee pitcher at one point. And Brian Rocchio, bloop single over the glove of Santana at first base. Guardians walk off the Twins 5-4 in 10 innings. And of course, thanks to some help, I guess, they were one game from clinching a playoff spot. All they needed to do today was win. And you already know what happened. But Gaddis got the win. He's 5-3. Henriquez took the loss. He's 1-1. Gaddis with a 1.55 ERA. Henriquez 3.38 ERA. Bybee, actually pretty good. 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Ober, aka Changeup Man, spamming changeups. Spy changeup. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 homers, 12 strikeouts. Damn. And I bet you 99% of those were on changeups. That's his favorite pitch. Yep. So yeah, good stuff by the guards. Now, with that win yesterday, we guaranteed a split at worst. And then we get to today's game. Oh, there's Green Eggs with the $2 donation. Central Division tax. I'm just making stuff up now. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Central Division tax. Playoff berth tax. Yep. So today, Guardians put Joey Cantillo on the mound. Of course, Alex Cobb is nursing a splinter on his finger. He should be back soon. But Joey Cantillo has been fantastic his last couple outings. Granted, the last one was against a bona fide AAA team. But still, I mean, he went out there and he did really well. Aside from the walks, he went 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Going against Simeon Woods Richardson, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 6 Ks, and a homer. Yep, of course. So Kyle Manzardo homered again, bottom of the first inning. Awesome. His 4th of the year. His 4th since coming back with the Guardians, because he was in AAA for way too long. Everyone knew that. So we're on the board, 1-0. Manuel Margot would give them a 2-1 lead, or give the Twins a 2-1 lead with an RBI, with a 2-1 double. And then they took out Cantillo after that. Sandlin came in and didn't stink it up even worse, which is nice. And then Brian Rucchio, once again, sac fly, bottom 6, ties the game at 2. And then it would be that way until the bottom of the 10th. I knew right away, looking at who was coming up in the 10th, I was like, we get this to the 10th inning, we get through the top of the inning, we got freaking 2 of the 3 scourges of the Twins' existence coming up. We got Josh Naylor, who they hate. We got Lane Thomas, and then Andres with J-Ram on second. So here's how the inning went, okay? Here's how that inning went. So leading off, you have Josh Naylor, strikes out on a foul tip. Had a pretty good at-bat. Looks like Christmas, though, I will say that. A lot of green, red, green, red, green, red. He had a full count ready to go, and he swung at it was a foul tip on a pitch inside. It wasn't no stupid pitch. Although he did foul off a ball 4, though. In fact, he did it. He swung at a pitch that was trying to burrow a hole into the ground. Then he swung at a pitch that was clearly outside. He was trying to drive it into left field. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to win the game, which I can't really fault him for. He's been so good in this series. I can't even really be mad at him. He's trying to win the game. He's trying to shoot it in the left field. Like, okay. Oh, well. At least he didn't, do something completely dumb, right? So they walked Lane Thomas, which is, I guess, a smart idea. Because he can get you, especially lefties, right? He can get you if you're not careful, especially with how he's been in September. So Andres Jimenez comes up and 6th pitch at bat on a 3-2 count. And it's crazy because it's like you got Jimenez up with Miles Straw on deck. I would have just said, take your freaking base, Andres. I'm not dealing with you. I'm a freaking test out this scrub Miles Straw. right? No, they threw a pitch that Jimenez liked, and he lined it in the right field. I mean, the pitch was up and in a little bit in the box. It's in his meat zone pretty much. And he crushed it into right field, base hit, and J Ram comes across to score. So Guardians walk off the Twins in back-to-back games. They crush their soul and they clinch up this. With all the talking Twins fans did this season, they might not even finish in third. They might not even make the playoffs. You know, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I'm just sitting here thinking about that. With all the talking that Twins fans did this year, right? Running their mouths about us, talking about how we weren't going to win the division, right? How we weren't going to make the playoffs. They might not even finish in third. They might not make the playoffs. The Tigers are tied with the Twins for the final playoff spot. The Tigers! You know, Motor City Kitties, Meow Meows, you know. They might actually make the playoffs. Possibly. It's going to be interesting, right? Beautiful series by the Guardians. You know, yeah, they lost one game, but hey, they bounced back with two gut-wrenching walk-offs. So Eli Morgan got the win. He's 3-0 with a 1.64 ERA. Talk about Houdini, man. This dude did what Gaddis did the night before, but he didn't give up any runs. He saw Gaddis do that crap, and he was like, watch this. Hits Matt Wallner. They got Castro out on a sac bunt. And then Margot was walked. I get it. You don't want to give up any runs, and Margot can get you. Not even playing around. They put him on base, you know, whatever. They get Correa to pop out, and then Buxton lined out. When that happened, I was like, we walking these suckers off. We ain't losing this game. Nope, that was their chance. Given who we had coming to the plate, I knew we were probably going to win this game, and we did. So yeah, Simeon Woods Richardson, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run allowed, 6 Ks, 1 walk, and a homer. Cantillo was fantastic, like I said. 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Beautiful from Joey. And he's got his ERA at a 4.63. He was at a 7. He was at a 7 when he first came up. He's got it to almost 4.5. Honestly, even when Cobb comes back, I'm putting Cantillo in the pen. Because he's gained confidence in his stuff, and he's not afraid to throw it. He believes in his stuff. And I love it. So now, with that being said, of course, job's not done. Yeah, Theo Barr's 2-4, 5.61 ERA. Morgan's 3-0 with a 1.64 ERA. Theo Bar 5.61. Wow. So yeah, Guardians win 3-2. And they go what, 10-3 over the Twins this year? Right, and the crazy part is, those two of those wins came in that series split earlier. Remember, in Minnesota, we lost the first 2, rallied, won the next 2, went on a winning streak, right? This game, 2 days ago, was their last win in the series. We dominated these guys. That's crazy. So now, in terms of what's next, by the way, Minnesota faces the Red Sox next. Ooh. Damn. See how that goes. Detroit faces Baltimore, and Baltimore walked off the Giants today. That'll be fun. And then Kansas City faces the Giants. So Rocha, I need your team to help us out this one time. Beat Kansas City. We have a chance to bury them next. Well, at least the Giants do. Yeah, the Giants have a chance to bury the Royals, just like they did in the World Series a couple years ago. Yeah. And as far as the Guardians go, they got to go to St. Louis, which is funny because that's where Anheuser-Busch is. Yeah. And if things go well, we'll be popping more bottles for the division in St. Louis, the home of Anheuser-Busch. Yep. So Ben Lively will be on the mound tomorrow, I think. I don't see why not. I don't know how the lineup's going to look, though. 12-9, 387 ERA, 112 Ks for Ben. Kyle Gibson will be on the mound for the Cardinals. He's 8-7 with a 4.11 ERA and 144 Ks. Against Ben, Arenado has a homer and 2 RBIs. Donovan has a homer with 2 RBIs. Goldschmidt has a homer with 3 RBIs. Nootbaar has a homer with an RBI. Walker has a homer with 2 RBIs. And then against Gibson, J-Ram has a homer with 6 RBIs, and Jimenez has an RBI. And that's it. And of course, Lane Thomas is a former Cardinal, once upon a time. So he has a chance to get some revenge against his old team. Cardinals, of course, are third in the NL Central. That division's been locked up by the Brewers for months, it seemed like, and they finally won the division. So, yeah, nothing there. Now, game 2 of the series, I believe, will feature Boyd, I want to say. Let me wait and see if this pops up. I don't know when Cobb will be back. I think it'll be soon. He's been gone for a while. So game 2 will be Miles Mikolas against Matthew Boyd. Boyd 2-1 with a 2.52 ERA. Mikolas rocking an 8-11 record with a 5.49 ERA. Of course, Boyd was like some gem found in the middle of the woods somewhere by the Guardians. Dude has been amazing for us. Against Boyd, only Arenado has an RBI. And against Mikolas, Hedges has an RBI, as does Lane Thomas. Hedges is 4 for 6 against Mikolas with a 1,500 OPS and 6 at-bats. Lane Thomas is batting .364 with a 909 OPS and 11 at-bats with an RBI. 40 Ks for Boyd, 114 for Mikolas. Should be a doozy. And then, of course, to wrap it all up on Sunday, of course, I'll be streaming the Browns. But I'll be keeping an eye on this game. You know damn well. Gavin Williams against Palante. Gavin hasn't been good this year. 3-10. It's not really his fault. A lot of it's because his offense just does not give him support at all. 3-10, 5.12 ERA, 76 Ks for Gavin. Palante is 7-8 with a 3.87 ERA, 86 Ks. Against Palante, only Lane Thomas, ironically enough, has an RBI. And of course, they've never faced Gavin. Now, of course, like I said, Kansas City and San Francisco, that's a series that I'll really be watching because I think our magic number's 3 right now for the division, which means it's highly likely we might be popping bottles for the division at Busch Stadium. Which means if they are celebrating and they need more beer, they could just hop on a bus or something, hop in a car, or send a freaking clubhouse attendant, clubby as they call them, to the freaking Busch store or Busch factory and say, hey, we need more beer. Get us more beer. More beer. Be like Stone Cold. More beer. More whiskey. Vodka. More beer. More Hennessy. Put some crackers. More beer. More Hennessy. More whiskey. Beer. What? Vodka. Scotch. Who drinks rum? We do. You see some clubhouse attendant walk in with a big old box full of beer. Here's another box of beer. And then you got some guy walking in like, who ordered the rum? And then Hedges be like, I did. Everyone looks at him going, really, Austin? Rum? Are you trying to die, bro? Nope. I'm trying to get wasted. Ah. Honestly, if there was a day to clinch, it'd be on Sunday because the Guardians have an off day before they head to Cincinnati. Even now, they can at least, party a little bit and then get on the plane and sleep off the effects for tomorrow. Would you rather this be in first or second? Honestly, I don't really care about where we are. I just want a first round bye, that's all. Although, judging by the opponent, I would definitely say probably first seed, but second wouldn't be the worst. I think we'd get what Kansas City and well, it depends on how the other matchups go. Depends on how the other matchups would go. Lively is going to be at Gibson. Who does Oscar Gonzalez play for? I honestly have no idea. I haven't been paying attention to him. Who do I want us to play in the playoffs? I don't really care. I really don't care. Sweep the Cardinals? We're probably going to take 2 out of 3. Why I said I'm just making stuff up now. We're going to win that, no worries. Oh, yeah, of course. Cardiac Indians. Cardiac Kids, baby. The Guardiac Kids, yeah! Steal for Lindor. Bet the Mets wish they had him now. No, I think they like Lindor. They got a chance this year. Hope they get the bats they need. I hope the bats really wake up in the playoffs. That's when legends are made. Yep. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up here, guys. Keeping this nice and short, about 30 minutes. I'm going to get back to just enjoying my day. Let me see if anything else happened on Twitter. I hope Austin Hedges didn't embarrass himself in the clubhouse. Especially if he's a little sloshed up. Of course, looking at the standings for the division, yeah, we buried the Twins. They're 8.5 out, tied with the Tigers. They're not even in third anymore, according to the MLB site. They're in fourth. I don't know. Did the Twins win the tie? I don't know. Did the Twins win the tiebreaker over the Tigers? Let me look. Let me look at their thing real quick here, guys. But yeah, we're 6.5 up on Kansas City. And then the Yankees already clinched a playoff spot too last night. They're 4.5 up on Baltimore. That division's been a 2-horse race for the last couple months, really. For most of the season. Although Boston did try, but they just couldn't keep up. They didn't have the horses. AL West, the Astros lead the division, which we all figured would probably happen. It was funny because in May, June, the Astros were in the dumps. But then they got healthy and they got hot, and now look. Yeah. So Seattle's 5 out. Rangers are 5.5, not 9.5 out. They're almost essentially done for at this point. Phillies, they've had that division on lockdown for a while. They're 7 up on the Mets. Brewers already clinched their division. God. They boat race their division. That's for sure. Their division is nothing but mid. Absolute mid. And then the NL West. Wow, the Padres are keeping up with the Dodgers because they've been playing mid for the last couple months or so because of injuries. They can't keep a damn rotation healthy. Every time someone comes back, because for those who didn't know, I'm in a fantasy baseball league where my team is literally the Dodgers. I'm like in a manager's league pretty much. I'm the Dodgers. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten someone off the IL, right? Like Glasnow and Kershaw and them, or especially Glasnow. I get them off the IL, I put them in my lineup, I'd set the lineups. Later on that night, I get a notification. Oh yeah, Glasnow exits the game with like an injury. It's like, what the hell, man? God. Their lineup is healthy, somewhat, but the pitching is just the pitching just got snatched up by the freaking injury bug. Damn. Padres could actually take that division. The way it's looking right now, the last team to win their division is probably going to be the Dodgers. Because the Padres are 3.5 back. Now, let's have some fun, guys. So I'm going to look at the schedule for the Twins. Let's have some fun. Okay? Let's have some fun now. Because I like to have fun. Who doesn't want to have some fun? Right? By the way, Andres Jimenez was grittying after walking off the Twins. That was freaking hilarious. Ooh. What the hell? Just looking at something real quick here. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let's okay, let's do this. I need to see if they, what their situation is with the Tigers. Did they win this season series? Did they have the tiebreaker? Because if they don't, they could be in trouble. They could be in trouble. Because of course they have Miami. Well, they have Boston, Miami, and Baltimore. Ooh, Boston and Baltimore. They could take them down. That's how bad the Twins are. You could even say the Marlins might take a game out of them. I doubt it though, but hey, that would be hilarious, right? Kamalo, take that. Pedro Avila. Imagine being Scott Barlow right now. You were like this close to being a part of this, and then they DFA'd your ass because you stink. That's tough. That's tough. By the way, how about the Lake County Captains, right? Single A affiliate winning the Midwest League Championship. Travis Bazzana literally joined the team like a few months ago when he's already a champion. How about that, right? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that freaking nuts how that works? Ain't that freaking crazy? Okay, so here we go. Detroit baseball. Let's see how they did. So they won 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7. They lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so they won the tiebreaker over the Tigers. But I think they look at record too. And I think the fact is the Tigers, well, no, they've played the same amount of games. Is it division record or something? Because that could be a factor. But yeah, the Tigers are currently third according to this thing right now. That's tough, man. If the Twins don't make the playoffs, that'll be just the toughest thing ever. You hate to see that. You absolutely hate to see it. Especially with all the talking that they've been doing. And I know, Scott and the other, and I think Fred too. They could probably attest to that. Like, yeah, their fan base has been talking major ish, and they might not make the playoffs. But Twins fans would be like, but do we even really want to make the playoffs at this point? That's what they're gonna say. We don't even really want to make it because your team stinks so bad. So let's do this, guys. Let's look at team schedule. Minnesota. Well, Detroit, I've already looked at them. But yeah, Detroit ends with Baltimore, Tampa, and Chicago. So yeah, both Minnesota and Detroit have a cupcake team in there. Granted, Miami isn't as bad as the White Sox are. Like the White Sox are lucky to even be called a major league team at this point. Like it's crazy over there. But to get to them, you got to beat Baltimore and Tampa. That's tough. Now, what about the Dodgers? Who do they got to go through? Because, like I said, they got to deal with the Padres, right? Yeah. What's up? What's up, Daniel? The Padres got. Oh, they faced the Dodgers. Ooh, that's a big series. Yep. It'll be. They have one against Miami today, with Flaherty and Cabrera going. And then you got Colorado starting tomorrow for three against San Diego, and then three more against Colorado. Oh man, that series against San Diego could be huge. Now, where's San Diego coming from in that series, right? Oh, by the way, it's 7-1 Dodgers. Yeah. 7-1 Dodgers. Padres don't play today. So that'll put the Dodgers, if they hold on, 4 games up. And the Padres have 3 against the White Sox, with 2 of their 3 best pitchers going. Perez, I guess, is a pretty good one too, but they have Musgrove and Darvish going for the Padres. But then you get King Cease and Musgrove against the Dodgers. Oh, damn. That's crazy. A trio to have in their biggest series of the year. Dang. King Cease and Musgrove. Oh, yeah, that's lit. That's lit right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Arizona has 3 after that with the Padres. Perez, Darvish, and King against Kelly, Montgomery, and Rodriguez. Ooh, that's crazy there. So, yeah, that's going to be a fun race to watch heading into the end of the season. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. And for anyone wondering, what's going on with the wild card? Well, Tigers and Twins are tied. Kansas City is 2 games up on both of them. And they're not going to catch the Baltimore. I doubt it. I doubt they catch Baltimore, even though Baltimore seemingly slipped off a bit. Seattle could easily jump in there, maybe. They're winning right now, but yeah. Boston, they're kind of hanging on the edge. Tampa, Texas, they're kind of there, I guess, too. It would take a miracle for Toronto, Texas, or Tampa to sneak in. Anyone else other than that is not happening. In the NL, Braves are 1.5 out of the wild card behind the Mets. The D-backs and the Mets are tied. Padres are 2.5 up on both of them. The Cubs are 7 back. Cardinals are 7 back. After that, I don't think anybody else is really even a threat. I think I saw the Giants were eliminated. So, yeah, they're done. So, yeah, that's tough. Hate to see it. You really do. Suppy squirrels with the emojis, pop bottles. How the freaking stone face. That's funny. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and have a good rest of your day. And as far as my streams this weekend, I might stream tomorrow. I said that last time, and I wound up not doing it. We got Ben on the mound, though. I don't know if I can trust Ben Lively. I think I'm just going to wait and see what happens with the division. But I will be live for at least one of the games against Cincinnati, for sure. You can bet on it. I have to. It's the freaking Ohio Cup. You bet your butt I'm going to be live for that. Now, what I'm probably going to wind up doing is, just like I did in 2022 when we won the division, if the Guardians are winning the game, like in the 9th, I'm probably going to go live. Although the way it's looking, that game will probably end either before or like right as the Browns game ends. So I would just do a little bonus coverage of the Guardians. So, yeah. That's all I got for this one. Guardians can possibly go for the first place. Yeah, Yankees are losing right now. We need the Yankees to lose. We'll see what happens there. So I'll be watching this game, and man, we got 3 series left, guys, and then it's playoff time. I can already smell it, and it smells fantastic. But we're not done yet. We still got the division and possibly the number 1 seed, which would be insane for this team, right? Rookie manager, never managed before, and we go for our number 1 seed. That'd be nuts. But I'll see you guys soon. If not, well, I'll be live on I'll probably do a Buckeye video on the Buckeye channel tomorrow for the preview for the Marshall game. But in terms of streams here, I will be live on Saturday at noon for Guardians. What? For Buckeyes and Marshall Thundering Herd. Hope to see you guys for that one. And then Sunday, I'll be live for Browns and Giants. Oh my God. I'm telling you guys, the Guardians turn my brain to mush. So I will see you guys, if not tomorrow, because I'm probably not going to go live tomorrow, now that I think about it. I'm not going to sit here and watch Ben Lively. If even. I don't even know if who's going to be playing, because we just pop bottles. Are we going to have a drunk lineup, or are we going to have the hangover lineup? Right? Nothing but like replacement guys. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna start calling Isaac. Wait, what? He that stupid heart thing. I can't see. Woj? Huh? Why? I know he was the last Woj bomb, which is pretty funny. I did my part. I didn't do shit. Oh, that's great, man. This dude on Twitter, man. This is funny. He made a freaking edit of what was it, Space Invaders or whatever, that movie with the giant bugs. It was like space bugs. It has Stephen Vogt, the bullpen, clutch hitting, and then Miles Straw. It's like, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. And then he had Miles Straw. I didn't do shit. Because he didn't. He literally just got called up because Stephen Kwan's hurt. If it wasn't for Stephen Kwan getting hurt, because he kind of hurt his back, I guess, a little bit, which makes sense because he was carrying this team for a while. He would have, Miles Straw wouldn't have even been brought up. So, yeah. I didn't do fucking crap. Because he didn't do nothing. He didn't even get an at bat. I think he had, one at bat the last couple of days. After walking, what is this? After walking off the Twins to complete the series win and clinch a play of Jimenez was thanking Twins manager Rocco Baldelli on the field. Wow. Oh, Rocco. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about, okay. He's a bum. So I'll be back probably Saturday for Buckeyes and Thundering Herd. So hope to see you guys then. Man, go Trap Guardians. Yes, sir. I'll see you guys later. Go Guardians. I'm Crazy Dog.